share this because it just kept entering my head in the last few minutes as Brad was finishing up.
Sorry, you don't need to be that picks up pretty good, so you don't even have to be in the room.
When I went to pick up Mom's ashes at the funeral home just yesterday, very kind woman greeted us, my friend Dan and I picked up the bag and I kind of felt this heavy bass note coming from somewhere. I was like, what is that? Boom. And then again, boom. And then it started going, boom, 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 boom. And I couldn't help myself. I was like, is there a band practicing somewhere or what's going on? The funeral director says, oh yeah, it's Rose's husband. You didn't know that he plays in a band? I said, I had no idea. So the music keeps going on, and Dan and I drove home, and I'm out in the parking lot, and I rolled down my window, and I said, I just figured out what it was. It's Gloria, G-L-O-R-I. Something about that song Mom needed to connect with, her ashes. The big wheel carries Lucy. This is the English translation of the words on the needlepoint that hung above my mom's bed for so many years. La magna rota portat Lucy. This was a Christmas present to Mom in 1953 from her friends Laura and Donna. Mom's depicted in a bright red dress zipping across the scene on a blue bicycle, a palm tree in the background, policemen directing traffic, a dog barking, and a cat is on its back in the road, probably in this position due to Lucy, the crazed cyclist, and Donna and Laura waving from the sidelines. After speaking with Donna, letting her know of my mom's passing, she sent me a nice note in which she recalled Lucy going to one of the best dress shops in St. Petersburg, Florida, to try on a formal debutante gown. She had been playing tennis and had on the worst pair of old tennis shoes. As Donna put it, that was how she was. She was just always herself, wherever she went. This needlepoint from those good friends has worked its way into my consciousness as the touchstone for this eulogy. A decidedly independent spirit, Mom rode a bicycle through much of her life. I particularly remember being impressed that she adapted to the bike as her main means of transportation when she wasn't able to drive anymore. Multiple sclerosis made it impossible for her to operate the gas and brake pedals of a car safely. While she was still able to drive, she practiced her unstoppable will and determination, as well as trying to cool off, in her weekly visits to Gould's Creek Bridge in Ipswich for a swim in the warm weather. Unable to safely walk down the slippery embankment, she would gingerly slide on her behind down to the water. She took this swimmer's chutzpah a step further when she decided to join a triathlon team. For 3 years, she used the strength she still had in her upper body to brave the choppy waters at Cranes Beach, a lifeguard paddling alongside her on a surfboard, as she made her slow, steady progress before touching the hand of the cyclist waiting for her at the shore. I had the honor of being a cyclist on Team Lucy one of those years. When she wasn't cranking the wheels or conquering the waves, Mom spent time cooking up gourmet meals. She made a pecan pie that was sublime. She was a cook who delighted equally in the challenge of a perfectly puffy cheese souffle or turning wild sumac buds into a refreshing summer drink. She immersed herself into wild edibles, helping to write a cookbook on the subject and spending many an afternoon foraging in the woods for wild asparagus or in the dunes of Cranes Beach for the rose hips she'd make jelly with. One of the best things to come from the years our family spent struggling to make ends meet was the amazing home-baked bread that would emerge from the oven once or twice a week, ready to be slathered with butter and gobbled up. So as not to give the false impression that every meal was made from scratch, I fondly recall many a weekend night when our friends Diana and her 2 kids, Ken and Julie, 2 of my best friends growing up, would come over, and us kids would help whip up our favorite Appian Way pizza, which came entirely in a box, even the cheese, I think. That, and the potato spuds from a box that my sister Jen and I actually preferred over real mashed potatoes, formed an appreciation for the ready-made. and resolve. She could at times be stubborn, cantankerous, unyielding, and at other times funny, generous, and loving. A complex woman of great intelligence and wit, she was the editor at the Boston Episcopal Diocese magazine and worked in the editorial room at the Ipswich Chronicle for a spell. She loved words and would test her skills with them in everything from magnetic poetry to Scrabble games. She played weekly with Jen's longtime boyfriend, Leo, who showed up religiously on several Monday afternoons at Mom's nursing home over the past year. Leo described many games where he would have a significant lead of 20 to 30 points, only to have Mom come up from behind and show him who was boss. Thank you, Leo. I know your resistance a lot to Mom. When she wasn't playing Scrabble, Mom could always be found with a book in her lap. She loved to read. I like to think of the book she read as giving her comfort and having something to look forward to each day. She loved to invent her own versions of names. One summer, our family set out on a camping trip to Canada. There was a particular park called Hector or something or other, which Mom donned Hector Protector. She would chime in with the name every so often as we endlessly made our way to what turned out to be an elusive destination. I honestly don't think we ever made it there. Our camping escapades included abandoning a rainy lean-to in favor of a cheap roadside motel, complete with a coin-operated vibrating bed. That was followed by another deserted lean-to experience, also in the rain. My dad and I trying in vain to start a fire, him with lighter fluid and me with damp toilet paper. Other than these failed attempts at roughing it, the only other lasting memory I have was pining for cheeseburgers as we passed many a roadside eatery. I would keep saying, we could stop there. Oh, that looks like a good place. What about that one? We didn't starve, of course. Practical Mom. Let's not say we did, that's right. That was her rote answer to any begging for McDonald's or whatever roadside eatery there was. Thanks, Jen. We didn't starve, of course. Practical Mom packed tuna sandwiches and other mobile snacks for the long ride. Needless to say, the Hector Protector camping trip was forever seared in my brain. I do believe it was our first and last attempt at a family camping trip, which actually didn't involve any camping. After that, our audience consisted to day trips to closer locales. A random tidbit from Mom's early childhood just surfaced in a brief phone conversation with her cousin, Styles, who wanted to come today, but was unable to. He is 90 years old and told me his wife, Sis, wasn't feeling well. He told me of summers they used to spend together in Mystic, Connecticut. Mom's room was on the second floor, with lattice running up the side of the house to her window. When she was about 4 years old and Styles was about 8, he would climb the lattice up to her room and trade her nickels for dimes, convincing her that the larger coins were more valuable. I know for a fact Mom's accounting skills improved as she got older. I recall another story involving Styles, which my mom and her brother, my Uncle Mark, told several times over the years. Styles and Mark played a trick on Mom. My hunch is she was quite a young age at the time. Apparently the two positioned themselves at the bottom of the basement stairs, and Mark called up frantically, "Lucy, Lucy, come quick! Cousin Styles has been badly hurt!" With the help of a good deal of ketchup, they had made Styles look as if he had suffered a gruesome accident, sprawled at the bottom of the stairs, covered with the fake blood. As I recall these bits and pieces of her history, I'm also struck with the mystery of who she was beyond my experience of her as her son. Who was she in her own mind? What motivated her? What were her deepest passions? Did she have regrets? Were there things, great or small, that she wanted to get to, but for one reason or another, didn't? Now, the big wheel carries Lucy to the great beyond, the forever after. I hope she finds her brother Mark, her sister Pat, her parents Lawrence and Dorothy, and any friends who have gone before her there. I hope there are lots of books to read, wild edibles to enjoy, and a massive Scrabble game to challenge her wit and wordsmithing. hope she finds peace. Dear Mom, dear Lucy,